Welcome back to It's New. Barry Schwartz here. We got the whole crew all week long. You guys are one lucky people for watching us. You better smash that like button and subscribe and do all those YouTube-y things because what a treat.
Bell for notifications.
Yeah, because in the coming weeks, you're going to have this show is not going to be on all the time because of all these religious holidays that I have to observe, and Mordy, someone has to observe in the Israeli way.
Is it chicken? Is that it?
All right. So, Greg, what are you talking about?
All right. A new policy just dropped. Site reputation, Google's version.
I'm going to be talking about some ranking volatility. Is it related? I don't know. Mordy?
Get your brand out of my A. Wait, scratch that. Get my brand out of your AI overview.
And Crystal.
Nobody likes direct traffic, so I'm happy to see this.
Yada, yada, yada.
Okay, and before I get into some new updates from Google's search spam policies, I'm going to do a quick callback to one of Barry's life hacks yesterday, and I'm going to say draw.
Oh, wow.
I have my pocket.
I'm going full Barry. If you look at yesterday's show, we had a new absurd life hacks with Barry, and I'm now a pocket guy, just like you, Barry. So thank you. My life is so much more productive.
I've changed your life. Nice. All right. I'll put that on my resume.
We did an episode of Surf's Up today, which is coming out, I don't know, weeks from now, and we covered your pocket move.
Okay.
Wow.
What?
Viral.
All right. And if you are a site owner, Google had made, for the most part, I'd say pretty minor changes. A lot of like adding the word like abuse in with things, like instead of just doorways, like doorway abuse. It's like they listen to the show or something. But they put in sort of a lot more around site reputation. Barry over at Search Engine Roundtable is a good graphic there highlighting every single change in a JPEG, and you can go back to the old ones. But the biggest change to the site reputation abuse is the addition of this paragraph. Close oversight or involvement is when the first party hosting site is directly producing or generating unique content. For example, via staff directly employed by the first party or freelancers working for staff in the first party site. It is not working with third-party services such as white label or turnkey that focus on redistributing content with the primary purpose of manipulating search rankings. That all to be said, there was one other update that sort of went hand in hand in my book in this, where in the policy circumvention standpoint, they also added in the sentence that Google could take broader action in Google search, for example, removing more sections of a site from search results. So they kind of broke that down by sections of a site. So it seemed like those two really kind of worked together there. And then if you're out of the loop on what's going on, you can go check out a post over from Cyrus at Cyrus Shepherd on X. Had an open letter to Google search. And, it's like that maybe twice a year where people get upset at Forbes is ranking for everything, for best crypto exchange, best CBD gummies, everything under the sun. So check it out. Barry did a great job breaking it down on Search Engine Roundtable.
Yeah, thank you. My one issue with these policies is that they all have the caveat with the intent to manipulate Google search results. And if you ask anybody about what they're doing, even if they're doing doorway pages or, cloaking and stuff, their intent is never to manipulate Google search in their mind. It's to, kind of bring visibility to their own website. So that's my issue with that. Yeah. I mean, so that's my issue. I think they should remove the manipulate intent thing.
It's so
about themselves. It's always about them.
It's so tough because everything you're trying to do in a way, like manipulate is a all-encompassing word. And if there's not good documentation on something, I'm going to try to make content to manipulate it to help people find that content. Like, it's just a weird word to use.
For sure. And kind of to like add to like Cyrus, I posted a tweet. Danny Goodwin asked me yesterday, like, how would I sum up the year in SEO? I don't know if you guys saw this. Like, I thought about it for a second. I just like DM'd him. Like, it was a private, DM. And he's like, I'm like, it's like lied to, like the Department of Justice documents, stolen from AI engines, like stealing your content, minimize like AI taking like SEO jobs and stuff like that, or any jobs, and then belittled by Google, like Google traffic to your website, like dwindling down. It's just, it's been a tough year, so I figured I'd just add on to Cyrus's stuff because he's usually posts stuff like that. So I don't know. I'll add it to the
Tell us
notes.
how
It
you
actually
really
should be
feel,
there.
Larry.
I don't really feel anything. It's just I have no feelings.
No, it sounds to me like you feel like you've been manipulated a little bit.
I don't feel. It's just facts. I'm like, so.
What a cheery way to start my day, Barry. Thank you for that.
Anytime for you, no problem. All right, moving on to cheery things. Google's search results are volatile again. Yay, yay, yay. Nothing new here, but again, I track the volatility not based off the tool sets, even though I include the charts because we know how much people love the charts, including Greg. But I cover it based on if I see a spike in the SEO forums and on my comment section and on social media. And there was a huge spike in the past 24 hours of people saying, seeing crazy ranking volatility. And yeah, the tools do match that. Although some tools like Alguru and I think Cognitive SEO readjusted their tool set threshold to what is volatile and not, which is good. Hopefully SEMrush and others tools will do that soon. I think Morty's shaking his head yes.
Yeah, but that always happens. They eventually all recalibrate because it's all relative.
Right. Is there a way to do that like smoother so like you don't see like redness and then drops to like nothing? I don't know, probably not.
So many expectations, so many like wants. Like,
sorry, God, I'm not asking for much outside of just better rankings and Google to love me more.
That is the saddest robot I've ever seen, by the way, in that tweet. Then I see it.
I try. Yeah, I try to express my emotions through my Mid-Journey graphics. Anyway, so if you do see ranking volatility in the past couple of days, you are definitely not alone. Let's go into AI overviews, Morty.
So I gotta like spicy this up now because you raised the level of heat. Is Google coming after your brand with its AI overviews? There was one instance of Google showing an AI overview for a branded navigational term. So the answer is probably yes. Watch your asses. Here it comes. Google's coming after your branded keywords. In reality, HubSpot's Victor Pan found that when you search for HubSpot, when I tried, I don't see it, but I'm on a VPN, so maybe that's what it is. The AI overview got pulled up. It should not show up for a branded term like HubSpot. You would think like if I'm typing in HubSpot, I clearly want, ready? HubSpot.
I don't know if you know how branded ads work, Morty, but they would lose a lot of money if they actually showed you what you were looking for. It's all we do is fight branded search terms. So
I was honestly thinking
you're
sorry, I was honestly thinking the other day that like I would pay money just to have other people not bid on my brand. Like rather than like paying money to serve your ad, paying money to just not have ads on your brand name. Like that would be worthwhile.
I mean, that's a different topic. The bigger thing I had with this is somebody's looking for HubSpot. To Morty's point, there's an answer. It's HubSpot.com. What I don't want to do is go to the freaking blog. Why on earth, when I'm looking for a single, like a name of something, why would I want to go to a blog? Right. It doesn't make sense. And
yeah, I would say there's I wonder what the intent is. Probably most people going to HubSpot just want to log in to their panel, their console. Yeah. Although some people probably try to learn more about the product, but nobody really wants to go to the blog unless, I don't know, you're a blogger. I don't know. But again,
the second one is careers. It's like, this is the problem with it.
So the reason I covered this was because a lot of people were like, oh my God, AI overviews are not going to show for branded terms. And I looked at probably like close to like 4 dozen different brands, both in the SaaS platforms and outside of it. Nothing else comes up. And I asked a bunch of tool providers and consultants to say, do you see this coming up for brands? No, we don't. So it seems like to be one of these outliers. So I wouldn't worry too much.
I looked for 3 things. I didn't find it. So I concur.
3 things? 3. Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you, Morty, for your contribution. Crystal, you're up now.
Okay. So the thing I'm looking at is like a tiny little thing, but it really made me happy. Basically, Analytics Help published on their documentation, which is if you're really into that thing, you probably already know about it, but they post all the new things in analytics. And they said that they now have an improved, enhanced user ID session attribution, which fixes a bug that was causing an over attribution of sessions to direct. And the person who has to do SEO reporting in me was rejoicing at this, because there is nothing I hate more than seeing the direct spike when I know it was my SEO efforts, but you can't prove it because it's just in that direct bucket swamp of analytics. So anything that helps to adjust that is great. So it says either when enabling enhanced user ID mode or with automatic user data collection, or starting late into June to mid-July for customers that are already using these features before the date. So basically they've improved it, and hopefully people should see better analytics. So everybody, it's nearly the end of the month. Everybody who's doing their reports, maybe you might see a little bit more of the traffic in the right place.
That's good to know. Thanks for sharing, Crystal. And even thanks so much for listening to the It's New show, or whatever you want to call this thing. That being said, we are back hopefully on Monday, and then we'll give you the schedule for the rest of the week. I think it's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we're off on Thursday and Friday, and then back, and then off, and then back and off. So stay tuned. Thanks so much, and see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.